Hi, you guys. Today is Wednesday, and I saw two patients this morning, and then I had a meeting with, I was supposed to have a lunch meeting with both of my co-leaders, my Girl Scout co-leaders, but my sister had a flat tire today, and so she wasn't able to make it. So I had it with just the other co-leader. You know, we really hit it off. We have a lot of the same belief systems and principles, and I just really enjoyed that. I thought that was very, very cool. I would call it a success. Yay! And let's see what else. Today, I only have really just a couple of reports to write. My mother's picking up Jewel right now because it's an early day from school. And Jewel has been coming over every day, but really she's only here about half an hour because my sister can't make it to the school in time to pick her up. So we pick her up and she hangs out here. This little girl is brilliant. I love her to death. So she's 5 years old. She skipped kindergarten, went straight on to first grade. My mother was doing some crafting with felt, and Jewel asked for the scraps. And the other day we see her cutting zigzaggedy cuts out of the material. And I asked her, so what are you making? She said, these are crowns for her dog. She's making little crowns. And she embellished them with glitter glue. This one is not complete. Whoops. I hope I didn't mess that up. But this is another one of the crowns. I mean, she's 5. She had those little scissors out, and she's cutting a little zigzag on that fabric back and forth. I'm like, wow. She amazes me at the things that she can do. And I keep saying, about my Girl Scout, well, they're 5, Yeah, they're 5 and they're super kids. I mean, I'm amazed at all of the things they can do. I don't know that I could do all those things at 5, although I was one of the early readers like her. I could read in, kindergarten. They wanted to move me to second grade, and she was reading before kindergarten. They wanted to move her to first grade, so she didn't go to kindergarten. But anyway, I really have enjoyed her coming over. I did choose a Christmas gift for her, and it is this, it's actually out of her age range. It's a little bit higher, but you design a dress for a doll or whatever, but so it comes with the satin dress and you decorate it, you embellish it with all these things. And it is the coolest little kit. I found it at Joann's at the fabric store, craft store, and I just thought, it's perfect for her. So I hate to choose favorites, but I have to say Jewel is a favorite of mine, And my nephew PJ that lives here too, he's always been a favorite of mine. And my nephew's now 19 and he lives here. And he came to live with me, let's see, my mom came to live with me a year ago, and PJ came like shortly after that, probably a couple months after that. But PJ and I have been tight since he was a little kid. We went to every movie you can imagine. We were always going to the movies together. I always picked him up and we would hang out. He would call me up and say, can I come over? And so he would be dropped off and he would just hang out, or I would go pick him up. And he would hang out all weekend with me. And sometimes he would cook, which was really funny. Sometimes we would order pizza. We would just hang out all the time. And I think it's pretty cool that he lives here. He tells me all the time, like almost every day, Auntie, I love you. And he gives me a big hug. And that's pretty special. I mean, he's 19 and he still does that. So, yes, that's Pignon with his tail right in the camera. So, yeah, those, I have to say, I know my other nieces and nephews won't watch this, but they're my favorites. I can't help it. Yeah. And the other night, so I've been known to slide down the halls in my socks, you know, and I'll be doing the theme song to Hawaii Five-O, da 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 da, you know. And he's just like, okay, Auntie, you know. And then he'll do something and I'll be like, okay, PJ, you know. But he and I, okay, I was going to tell you, the other day, he was watching a scary movie or a creepy movie or something like that. And his dog was sitting on his lap. And I peeked around the corner with a fork and I was like, you know. And he turns to me and he goes, we are just too much alike. And I had to laugh. We have good laughs. I think that Rock had asked me what I think what was the best time or what was the greatest laugh we ever had. And one time PJ was young. I used to always try to embarrass him. I think he might have been like 10 or so. And we were in the mall and they sold this thing. It was called a voice mutilator. And it looked kind of like a megaphone. And so we bought it, and then we bought batteries, and we're walking through the mall, and we're making all kinds of weird sounds and talking to people through the voice mutilator and stuff. And he was just laughing. He thought it was hilarious. And his younger brother would have nothing to do with us. Seriously, we were just too odd for the younger brother's taste. Okay, you got to see what I see here. Oh, now he's not looking at me. He was giving me a look. Yeah. Sitting there giving me a look. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, my niece and my nephew. I have quite a few nieces and nephews, but I have to say these two have just this touched me in such a way. I've always felt that PJ was, when he was younger, he would say things to me like, I mean, age 3, 4, kind of Jules' age, like he was this wise soul or something telling me something. And it was kind of deep and philosophical, and I was always just like amazed by him, you know, mesmerized. And I've always told him, I always learn from him. And, you know, I say he's a good kid. He's a very good young man. He's an excellent, of excellent character and a pleasure. But anyway, my niece and nephew. Oh, and I don't even have pictures to show. I'll try to attach to the end, but I have to, yeah, work on that. All right. Bye.